This man right here is the GOAT, bro. If you don't know, basically, long story short, Kenny Enjoy Basketball, which is his brand, Numbers on the Board, which is his main show, signed to NBC. If you don't know, NBA's coverage is through like Peacock, Amazon, NBC for the first time in I don't know how many years. This guy signed to it. Let's see what he has to say about it. But this, I mean, before without even getting too far into the video, first of all, I already have it liked. Like, I don't know if there's a sports creator that's been able to do more. And that might be because I don't know, but like I've watched this man for easily 7 years or more. But before we get to this reaction, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, let's get to it. All right.
Anybody that knows me knows I am absolutely awful. And keep it a secret.
Sorry if it.
I'm just bad at it, y'all. Especially if it's a good secret, good news. I want to blast it off to the world. I want to give people their congratulations and so on and so forth. So even though we've had this deal set up for some time now, it was very hard for me not to say nothing. But it's officially out. All the press has been released, and I can say for this upcoming season, 2025-2026 season, me and my boys with the Enjoy Basketball team are going to be a part of NBC/Peacock. That's nuts. Growing up, yes, we were singing that in the living room. All those VHS tapes back there, I would load up talking about the Dynasty Chicago Bulls, and the first thing you will hear is Round Ball Rock. The fact that I am a part of their first year back having rights is nuts. But it's a long time coming. I want to tell you everything, but before that, I want to show you the video that we shot in order to announce. If you have not been on Twitter,
I have fire.
Kenny, welcome, man. Welcome. Good to see you, man. Glad you figured that out over there.
I don't really know where I'm going. Can you help me out?
You're headed in the right direction, so let's keep that going.
Any tips for day one?
I mean, just don't mess it up. You want to get going?
Oh yeah, right.
What's up, Kenny? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. How you doing?
Good to see you. Chilling, man. You know what? I'm
Rivers.
looking for the studio. Can you help me out?
Yeah, it's this way, just like the song says. I'm gonna head this way and get ready.
You said
It's a
it's
big
this way?
day. Yeah, that way. Go straight down.
Oh, it's Kenny. What's up, man? Welcome to the fam.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. It's Kenny Beecham.
Carmelo.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Fire. It's fire.
so crazy. Tracy McGrady, dog. Tracy McGrady. Carmelo Anthony. This is
G-Mac does a lot
surreal,
with
bro.
YouTubers and stuff.
Surreal,
I've seen him in
and
there before.
I cannot be more happy. I cannot be more excited. I cannot be more appreciative to y'all that be watching either whether it's this channel or the podcast or anything. I can't get my foot in the door. I can't book that meeting with NBC if I have no viewers, if I have no subscribers, if I have no supporters. So again, anytime I do a video like this, making a big announcement, I have to make it very apparent that I am like in debt to y'all for watching the content. I am in debt for y'all to y'all.
I mean, and like there is this, it's just so cool because like you watch, it's like he was doing only 2K videos once upon a time and the quizzes and stuff. And then, you know, he originally was with House of Highlights for some years. And then he had to switch and stuff, and they went to ESPN. And I don't know how the ESPN, like, does that mean they're completely done on ESPN now? I would assume. But like, man, this guy does it the right way. And I can't believe when this was leaked like a week ago, there were people saying, man, people who don't talk, people who have never played the sport at a high level, shouldn't talk. They can't talk. They can't have a valid opinion, which is crazy to me because if only good players or people who play at a high level a lot of the players who have played this sport suck at talking about the sport. Shaq and Barkley and those guys are as funny as they can be sometimes, but when they talk basketball, like they say some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard. So that is ridiculous to me. And it's not like Kenny's been doing this for 6 months like I have. This dude's got million subscribers on his one channel. This channel has got 300,000. I don't even know how much the numbers on the board and the old Through the Wire stuff had, but like he's done stuff for the Chicago Bull. Like he is more than known like around the basketball media world. And the fact that he could do this when he doesn't have a degree. I know he went to college. He doesn't have a degree. And he's not a former player, and former players just get gifted those spots right away, typically. And the fact that they're this high, like, I mean, I have enjoyed basketball, and there's stuff tagged in my description every video, and I've never said a word to them. I don't know these people. They don't know who I am. I don't know who they are. Probably never will. Hopefully, one day I could talk to one of them or all of them. The closest I ever got, if you follow me on Twitter, is I asked Pierre a question a couple weeks ago, and he replied to it, which was fire. So that's the closest I've gotten and probably will ever get. But like this is, I mean, the inspiration for doing this stuff. Like this man is the one who deserves it. He's no ego, no cockiness. Obviously, you can have your moments, you can do whatever, but when you're at this level, he deserves it. He can do whatever the hell he wants, bro. And I mean, sure, he played in high school. You don't need to play a sport to talk about. I think that's crazy because okay, then I guess I can. I literally never play basketball. I literally played basketball one time and I was in JV. Never played again. So this man deserves everything he gets, and I'm so glad it's him because he's literally the best content creator between his Enjoy Basketball and him. Just how he does it. So it's the best person to happen to.
Y'all for buying the Enjoy Basketball merch we dropped, to watching and listening to all of the shows put together, to reading the newsletter. None of the deals that we were able to ink is possible without your support. So again, thank you so very much. I'm going to give you a little peek behind the curtain though. And I'm not even gonna get this video vetted by my representation, so maybe it's a bad idea. But I kind of want to give you an idea of what my mindset was over these last couple of months as things were trying to materialize. As you know, for the last year and a half, I was with Omaha/ESPN. Me and the boys, numbers on the board. We had a show on Tuesdays that aired on ESPN2 throughout the regular season and two times a week on ESPN2 during the postseason. It was amazing, right? I can say that I had a TV show on ESPN. That's nuts to really say. And I got not a single bad word to say about a single person that we worked with at Omaha/ESPN. They were flawless in execution. I really appreciate them because, going to the worldwide leader in sports, you would assume that would make, or they would try to push us to maybe change some things around the edges, but they allowed us to walk in and be ourselves, and they were complimentary to our vision and everything. So we 100% appreciate them more than
the fact that he was able to bring his own brand, and like obviously the rest of them, Pierre, Mike, and Derek, do an insane amount of work, and like the show with the big four of them over there, like it's not, if one of them leaves, it's not possible, like it just the show is no different. So, but like obviously Kenny is the, I guess, most popular and stuff, but the fact that he can, like when they got the ESPN show, those four did it together, whatever. But the brand stuff, the fact that he can bring his own brand, and we saw with the video, he's bringing the brand to NBC too, so it's not going anywhere. The fact that he could do that, and it's such a positive thing along sports, which is typically negative in a lot of people's eyes, like it's so cool, bro. Like it's so cool, and he's doing it the right way every time. It's
anything. So
awesome.
If you're watching this a part of that team, just know we like this. But again, sticking to that transparency, I'm only speaking for myself here. Obviously, the Enjoy team is there, so that means numbers on the board. My boy Mike, Derek, D Mills, Maddie, who does WAG Talk. We're all a part of NBC right now. But again, so what I'm saying right now is just coming from me, Kenny Beecham. I've always had the aspirations to be as high on the NBA talking head totem pole as possible without losing who I am as a creator and without losing who I am as a ball watcher. I think it would be a lot easier for me to climb that totem pole if I created clickbait content or I created content that I didn't love but would get eyes. That's never the route that I've ever want to go down. So when we were a part of EA,
I would never do clickbait. I would never do clickbait. Even if this never goes anywhere, never would do clickbait because, like, sure, it'll get the immediate clicks, but it's not going to get people to stay with you, bro. Like, it's just, and if you're not having fun, then there's no point.
ESPN/Omaha, you know, they got some of the most entertaining and best on-camera personalities in all of sports. And me, a guy coming from the digital world, the YouTube world, I just felt climbing up that hierarchy, that totem pole, kind of impossible, which would have been fine, right? If I was making good money, I had a show on ESPN too, that would have been fine. But settling and being complacent has never been something that's resident.
And the fact that you get to ESPN and you still want to do more, like ESPN, like, I don't know how to say it, not worldwide necessarily, but like in the first thought, someone says, how high can you get up for sports? ESPN is the first, like, it's the biggest thing, like over House of Highlights, over Bleacher Report, like all those things. It's ESPN. This dude's doing more. He's doing more. Like, it's crazy. And it is hard to see. Like, I'm someone that's very hard to see the future and see the benefit of me doing something right now and so seeing that there might be something in the future, which is why doing this stuff is hard for me to do it. I'm in college right now too. A little sidetrack. It's hard for me because I don't see the immediate benefit, and it's hard for me to see the future benefit because I want to see it now. So that's why it's so hard. It's crazy that you just keep going with it.
Resonated with me as Kenny Beecham. And
blazing a lot. I'm sorry.
When we found out
It's deserved
that Turner and ESPN were not just going to be the only rights holders to NBA games anymore, we found out that Amazon and NBC were going to get rights to the NBA. I made it a point to my representation and say, hey, I want to get a meeting at least, right? I'm very happy in the position that I'm in, but I want to see if I mesh well with the team over there, if they were even interested in my services, right? So we booked some of these meetings. And I kid you not, from the moment I stepped foot on that campus in Connecticut for the first time in April, I was like,
shout out Connecticut.
I have to be here. And I'm not even just saying that because I booked it. I mean, I can show you the text messages. We had meetings with a lot of people lined up. I said, no, please prioritize this spot. The team immediately embraced me with open arms. I don't want to just start naming people behind the scenes, but like they made it very clear that they were interested with my services. And this job is just like a relationship, y'all.
I don't have many working experiences, but when the place wants you and you don't just want the place, that's got to be the best start of a feeling in the world.
You want to be with a partner that is interested in your services. And again, I'm not saying that Omaha/ESPN wasn't, but there was this different level of like belief in me that made me hope and think that if the contract was on the table, I want to do it. So boom, I take the meeting in April. I fly all the way out to Connecticut. I can't say all the way. It's like an hour and a half. Flight. It's not even that crazy.
I would never be able to hold a secret like that. He said in April. That's 6 months. I don't know if I could hold a secret like that, bro. I don't know, man. And obviously that's a huge goal, but I don't know if I could ever hold a secret like that.
I fly out to Connecticut, and some of y'all know part of the story, but obviously y'all don't know all of it. On my way back to Connecticut, I get to LaGuardia, about to board my flight. Actually, we board the flight. We're on the tarmac to take off, and then the pilot comes up. We are on the runway for like an hour and a half. The pilot says, "Yeah, I can't take y'all up today. We got to cancel this flight because there was a bunch of tornadoes in the Midwest, and I have to get back to Chicago." So I get to the gate agent, like, "Yo, okay, what's the deal? When is the next flight? Am I just getting up tomorrow morning? Do I sleep in the airport and just meet y'all here?" They booked my flight for 2 days in the future. So I got to sit in New York for 2 extra days. I don't want to do that. So I drove from New York City, LaGuardia, all the way home. It was a 10.5-hour drive to get home for Chicago. And I was thinking to myself, boy, I swear, if I don't book this NBC thing and I'm doing all this for no reason, obviously we ended up booking it. But it's funny how life works, because I had 10 hours to really think about the good and the bad of the meeting that I just had, because I'll be honest with you, I'm an introverted guy. Sometimes I walk into these rooms that has a bunch of people, and I not freeze up is definitely the wrong word, But in these videos, you would think that maybe I'm like the life of the party. I'm a really talkative guy, and that's not really the case. But when you're in these type of meetings, you kind of have to be that because you're pitching yourself. You put together a whole presentation. Hey, I'm Kenny Beecham. This is my company. This is why you should want me. So I have to rip it up. And I'm talking to myself on a drive like, damn, I wish I said this. I wish I'd done that. I wish I told this joke. Oh, it would have been funny if I replied there. And I'm overthinking everything. Obviously, it worked out a little bit, didn't it? Yeah, it worked out at least a little bit. So let me quickly let you know exactly what's going to be happening. What changes for you? The honest answer is not much, right? I've always prioritized YouTube as a platform for me. I always love creating content. At this point in time, y'all could probably recognize that I don't necessarily need to make content for a living. I'm just doing it because I love making content at the end of the day. That's why this channel, you might go
every video,
you might see me on a hiatus. I just pop back and do 8 videos in a month or in a week and a half. And you know, these other channels and stuff. I've always created content for fun more than anything else. So I don't need to do it, but I just really do love doing it. So the base of what I'll be doing for NBC right now, or at least the part that I can tell y'all, because there's still some stuff that I cannot talk about. Is here at the Enjoy Basketball Network, we have 3 shows that have podcasts, right? We have Numbers on the Board, which is the podcast with me and the guys. You may be aware of that. We have Small Ball, which is my own personal podcast, and Pierre, one of my co-hosts on Numbers on the Board, has his own show. What we will be doing is something that we like to call the Enjoy Basketball Hour on Peacock Fast. If you don't know what Peacock Fast is, or Peacock TV, I'm sorry, or NBC Fast is, it's, well, the app Peacock. I'm sure you're aware of that. And they have a channel where you can watch it live. And every day from Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock Eastern to 1 o'clock Eastern, that will be the Enjoy Basketball Hour. 3 days a week is Numbers on the Board. 2 days a week, or 1 day a week is going to be Small Ball, and 1 day a week is going to be
still
Teed Up.
doing
And
YouTube is
obviously you have the free will to do whatever you want, but I really would appreciate if you checked out some of those things on Peacock. I don't know, a place to be. If you have Peacock, obviously you're going to be able to watch these games on NBC. That's going to be, you know, Sunday nights, Monday nights, Tuesday nights. So if you are there, you want some extra content, you want to see some podcasts, you want to see Kenny Beecham on the big screen, that's the place to do it. That is the base of my relationship with NBC. But again, they believe in me a lot more, and hopefully I'll be able to tell you some of the other stuff that's brewing as well. But that's the base of it. And again, I'm in debt, like, to y'all, not like financially. No, not at all. Because a lot of y'all know I was a part of Turner / House of Highlights / Bleach Report for like 5-6 years. We had a show called Through the Wire.
That I was talking about that earlier.
Big. There was a contract on the table for me. I actually don't know how. There was a contract on the table for me to re-sign with them for $900,000, nearly $1 million.
To go back, I don't know what's a big contract. I mean, obviously,
and I said no.
A lot of money, but I don't know if that's a big contract.
And the reason I said no had nothing to do with them as a company. Again, I want to make it very clear that everybody we've worked with has been great, but also recognize that the business is the business. The reason I said no to that is because it was very important for me to own the shows that I was producing, to own the shows that I was on. And when I signed on to them all these years ago, that was something I just didn't think about. So the first deal we did as a podcast was really a deal where we were making nice salaries and all. We were doing really fun content with them, but we didn't own the name of Through the Wire. And I'm trying to negotiate. So like, hey, I don't need this much money. Can we just buy our show back, but we still be under your umbrella? And that wasn't something they were really interested in at the moment in time. So what we did is we walked away from a YouTube channel with 500,000 subscribers. We walked away from a name. Y'all don't understand how hard it is to rebrand.
Right now,
to tell all these people that have been in love with this show that they got to go somewhere else to watch it. They got to learn a new name. They got to get used to a new intro. They got to get used to a new set. They got to get used to new producers. They got to even get used to new everything. And a lot of times when people do this, it is a death sentence for their show. So I walked away from nearly $1 million contract in order to own something that I wasn't completely sure was ever going to turn out to make me that million, the near million that I walked away from.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's why, again, I say thank you to the Omaha team, because they took us with the blank slate, recognizing the influence that we did have, but also knowing that it's going to take some time for us to get those subscribers back up. Hell, go look at China right now. We're not even close to the 500,000 subscribers that we had when we left House of Highlights, right? But they took a chance on the people. NBC's taking a chance on the people. They're taking a chance on me. And that is crazy to me. I wanted to own my own business. And that business just inked the deal with NBC. You can have as many plans, goals, aspirations, and none of that matters if you don't go out there and get it. It's not a single person that's ever worked with me across these companies that I've worked with that can say that I'm not a go-getter, that I'm not about my craft, I'm not about my work, that I'm not one of the hardest working men in this industry, because I recognize being a digital creator, you're already behind the 8 ball in this industry. Nobody's about to outwork me, y'all.
Yeah,
hard work, good people around you that push you to.
The fact, again, doing this stuff without being either a celebrity / former athlete who like they get like Kyle Lowry has a deal and he's still playing basketball, like, or having the crazy degree that you need to get to that point. Like it's such a rare thing. Like I really don't know of anybody else who has been able to do it, like do something like this for sports.
Your limits. And having faith. Faith can mean different things to different people. But having faith is really important. I'm making this video in this office right now. I'm sweating because I'm so passionate about what is about to happen. I'm so passionate about the company that I'm building. And hopefully this is just the first step. This is just the announcement video. And the years down the line, we're talking about it being bigger and better.
Like the first
I'm
step,
saying this to the people
I wouldn't even
at NBC that might be watching
I wouldn't
this
even
video.
be able to think about
I'm not stopping until I'm at that desk, damn it. Y'all know what desk I'm talking about. This officially starts October 20th. So hopefully if you got Peacock,
5 days.
If you don't have Peacock, considering getting it, because you're gonna miss NBA games if you don't, I guess. Try to tune in to the Enjoy Basketball Hour if you get an opportunity to. I would really, really appreciate it. I cannot wait to get to make the content for y'all for this upcoming season. I'm watching as much basketball as I can. I'm reading as many articles as I can. I am locked in. Love you. Thank you. I don't think I can put the real music behind it, but so I'm gonna sing it.
Work for the company. You should have the right.
Yeah, everybody got here. I think this is the last one. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, look at all the people in there.
All cousins to the bride now. All cousins to the bride, please.
Wow. How does it feel? Oh, it's a lot of points in that picture. It's going right. A lot of Hall of Famers.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, no, because there's no place to put it.
Hey, what's up, man? No ego. Good to meet you. Love all the stuff you guys do.
What's up, family?
Like,
how are you?
They all know
Congrats,
him.
bro.
That's so easy, bro.
Excited?
We still haven't announced it yet, but
yes, I'm like, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Like, how you gonna
We got a hour slot on Peacock every day.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to work my way into.
I gotta come on the show, bro.
Please do. Anytime.
Anytime, whatever we want to talk about, you know I gotta come support.
That would be love.
That's so fire. Oh, and they look with the T-Mac, the old NBA on NBC stuff. That's fire, bro. That is so fire. Shout out to Kenny, bro. That is just so cool, bro. And I know I was glazing a lot, but bro, that is such an amazing thing, bro. That's really a dream right there, bro. To talk about what you like the most, bro. It's so crazy. But Kenny's the GOAT, bro. The inspiration for me even trying to do this stuff. Never gonna get to anything like that, but hopefully I can talk to them and some of the other Enjoy guys at some point. But that's fire. So shout out to Kenny. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. That's it for me. Thank you, and shout out to Kenny and Enjoy.